Yo guys, what's up? It's Apex and I'm back with another video covering Infinite Warfare, and in this video we're going to be talking about class setups, okay? So the first class setup I'm going to give you is for the NV4 Assault Rifle. Okay, so our first attachment is going to be the Reflex Sight. This is just to boost your accuracy and, just to give your weapon a little bit more accuracy, because I do believe when you take this off, your accuracy does go down, okay? As you can see in the stats, I will show it one more time. Your accuracy goes down in this game when you take off your optic. No optic, with an optic. Went from +5 to +8. Okay, so next, let's go to the rifled barrel, okay? This is a very good attachment because in one of the later attachments I'm going to give you, it equals it out and then continues to, increase your damage range. Okay, so now the next attachment is the quick draw grip. This grip allows you to aim down sights faster and get the drop on your enemy a little bit faster than they may be able to aim for those who are not a high enough level to have the quick draw grip for their weapon, or are just choosing not to use it. Okay, our final attachment, and this is the one that the rifle barrel equals out, is the suppressor. Okay, the suppressor is used to keep you off the mini map. Okay, say you're holding an objective, you need to just keep a low profile to continue covering that objective and to keep people off of it. Okay guys, so lethals and tacticals are optional. You can use whichever one you want, whichever one of the lethals or tacticals of your choice. Alright, but these perks you need to have. Alright, so perk 1 is dexterity. Okay, this allows you to reload and switch weapons faster, and the reload in Infinite Warfare is very slow. Okay, so you need to have dexterity. Next is perk 2 is momentum. Okay, you need to have this just in case you need to get out of somewhere very quickly. You do not want your sprint to run out, and wall running, jumping, and sliding all will reduce or reset your sprinting time, your stamina. Okay, the final perk is pinpoint. Say you're in a long distance gunfight and you can't really see your enemy very clearly. If you hit them, if they even take any damage from your weapon, it highlights them in red so you can continue to see them. Okay, so now let's jump into our second class setup, and it will be for an SMG known as the HVR. Okay, this is my favorite SMG. Reminds me a lot of the MSMC from Black Ops 2. Okay, so our first attachment is going to be an optic of your choice. I personally run the ELO. Okay, the first mandatory attachment will be extended mags, because the normal magazines for this weapon only hold around 26 rounds, which is a very, very small clip. Okay, our next attachment is the quick draw grip, because this is an SMG and you are going to be rushing and up in your enemy's face, and you need to be able to draw very quickly. Alright, so our next attachment is going to be the foregrip. This weapon does have considerable recoil, and you need to be able to counteract that, thus the foregrip. Okay, your final attachment for this weapon will be the rifled barrel, because as you can see in the stats, guys, the range is very, very, very low. Okay, lower than any other weapon I've seen. So you use the rifle barrel to up it up to around 67. Okay, it's a whole lot better. You can definitely tell the difference in your games. Okay guys, so now let's go to the perks, being as we have nothing else on this class setup. Alright, so your first perk, as you can see, is dexterity. It allows you to reload faster, which is a necessity for a rush game. Okay, next is momentum. Like I said, you will be rushing. You need to be able to sprint faster and be able to reset your momentum at any point in time during the match. Alright, so now let's jump into our third class setup for this video, and it will be for the ERAD submachine gun. Alright, this is another very good submachine gun, and I personally like this one a lot. You actually start with this weapon very early on, so for you guys who are just starting out, who are just getting the game, I do recommend starting using the ERAD immediately, guys. Go ahead and level it up and then use it to get to your higher levels now that it is double XP weekend. Okay, so your first attachment is going to be the reflex sight. Okay, this is just to boost your accuracy. You do not have to run this if you like the iron sights, nor do you have to run just the reflex. You can run any of these sights, guys. Alright, so our first attachment for it is the quick draw, okay? It's a submachine gun. You're going to be rushing. You need to be able to outgun them, and you need to be able to draw faster than your opponents. Okay, so the next attachment is special. We haven't seen this one in any other weapons, is the fusion mag, okay? It rapidly generates energy ammo even when the weapon is stowed away. Okay, so the purpose behind this is, say you have run out of ammo with your ERAD, you pick up a scavenged weapon, and you're just trying to play it safe so you can get some more ammo back. Well, with the fusion mag, the magazine that is in the weapon will regenerate to full capacity when you run out, or when you just put the weapon away, you're at half mag, you know, you've got a secondary, just put it away, use your secondary, you come back and you'll have a full magazine again, guys. Alright, so the final attachment is the particle amp. This is just like the rifled barrel. It extends stopping power range, which is a necessity for the submachine gun. Alright guys, so now let's move on. You can use a lethal or tactical with this class setup of your personal preference. But for these perks, you need to have these, guys. Dexterity, as has been in all of my class setups for you guys so far. You need to have it just for the reload part. You probably will not have a secondary for this class setup. Okay, so your second perk will be momentum, just because it's a submachine gun and you're going to be rushing with this weapon. Alright, now your third perk is going to be gung-ho, so that you can shoot and use equipment and score streaks while sprinting. You do not have to stop to do any excuse me guys, any of these. Okay, so now our next class setup will be for another submachine gun, but this one can switch to an assault rifle mode. It is the RPR Evo. Okay, I don't have all of the attachments unlocked for it, but I have played with it in custom games, guys. And you need a sight on this weapon. It's of your personal preference. I run the reflex because it's the only one I have that, to me, makes any sense to run on this sight. Or not on the sight, on this weapon, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, the next attachment is going to be the foregrip, because this weapon does have a considerable amount of recoil in SMG mode. You need this foregrip to kind of counteract that. Our next attachment is going to be the quick draw. It's like I said, for the rest, or for all of your submachine guns, guys, you're going to want this quick draw grip because you're going to be rushing. You're not going to be sitting back, hiding behind any corners. You're going to be trying to rush while you're in submachine gun mode. And, you know, in the occasion that you're in assault rifle mode and someone is rushing you, you need to be able to draw fast to defend yourself. Alright, so I'm just running the secondary as a placeholder. When I unlock some more attachments, that will change. So the secondary weapon is not needed. Alright, so you can choose to run a lethal or tactical. It is of your choice. Right now I'm running the flechette grenade and the dome shield. Both of these are very good in my opinion. So if you, excuse me guys, if you have these, you feel free to use them. They really help you in games. Alright, so now your first perk is going to be dexterity for this class. Again, it's a submachine gun. You need dexterity to reload. And for all of your other guns, dexterity is an excellent first perk to use just for the reload capabilities. Now, perk 2, momentum, because you're going to be rushing, you need momentum. Your third perk is gung-ho. Again, because you're rushing with this in submachine gun mode, you need gung-ho. Alright guys, and for my final class for you today, it is for the Type 2. Okay, this is an excellent gun. I used this one since I unlocked it to get to the level I am at this point. So the attachments you're going to need for the Type 2, you don't need an optic because it has a very good standard sight that It comes with as soon as you unlock it. Your first attachment is going to be the quick draw grip, because you're going to need to be able to draw fast in order to defend yourself and take down your enemies faster than they can take you down. Your second attachment is going to be the foregrip, because this weapon does have a considerable amount of recoil. You need something to counteract it, thus the foregrip for this weapon. Your next attachment is going to be the particle amp. It is like the rifled barrel. It just extends the stopping power range. You have to have that for some of these weapons, especially while you are in the dual akimbo mode. Okay, you need this so that they can have a longer range of use. Okay, your final attachment for this is the Faraday slug. Now, we haven't had this attachment in any of the other... I'm sorry for that notification, guys. We haven't had this attachment in any of the other class setups. This increases headshot lethality, okay? So you need this in case you're in a long-range gunfight. You got a head glitch or something like that. You can still take them down with the Faraday slug. Next is the Flechette grenade. You need this. Well, not really need it, guys. I mean, it is personal preference. But the way I play with this gun is I kind of rush with it. And I am heavy on the objectives. Okay, so I run this grenade because it will take out all of the enemies in the vicinity of, say, the domination flag or in the hard point. Alright, your first perk, dexterity, as the same with every other class setup I've given you, and momentum. Okay, these two perks combined are your ultimate perks. You have to have these for any class setup, guys. Alright, and with that said, we have come to the end of our video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next